Joined now by Kevin McNamara, columnist at the Providence Journal, talking college hoops and Patriots on this Tuesday. Let's start with PC. We were both at practice yesterday. Ed Cooley, he was in a so-so mood. But what do you think the panic meter is right now, coming off 3 losses, but to be fair, 2 against ranked teams?
I think it's past the halfway monitor. You have to win your home games in a league like the Big East. This is, everyone says, how is the Big East this year? It's the best it's been top to bottom. Emphasize the bottom. The bottom is good. St. John's was picked last. They have 2 wins already. They're 2-0. Georgetown, who Providence faces tomorrow night, has NBA level size, a lot of experience. They're 0-2. So to scratch out wins is going to be difficult. You have to win at home.
Now, I think they surprised some folks earlier in the year, came back to life these last few games. Were they as good as they showed earlier in the year? Are they as bad as they've been, somewhere in the middle? Where do you see them going forward?
Well, if you really break down their non-conference, they had 2 really good wins with Rhode Island and UMass.
Right.
And then they were competitive, and Memphis, I'll give them Memphis. They were competitive but lost against Virginia, who's probably the best team they've played, and Ohio State. Now, I think we thought that they'd be just as competitive against Xavier and Butler. That didn't happen. Obviously, some red flags are up. We'll see if they can pull them back down with a win over Georgetown.
How do you see the game going with the Hoyas?
Very physical. I have several concerns with the Friars. One is their lack of size. They need to be able to rebound the ball with a big, strong team like Georgetown, and that's going to be a challenge.
They win tomorrow night?
I think they win in a typical grinded-out, close Big East game.
All right, let's switch gears to URI. Looked really good against St. Louis in action tonight. As they try to navigate through the A-10, a big one coming up with Dayton, do you think they'll be able to ultimately get enough wins to achieve what we all thought they would at the beginning of the year, and that's get in the dance?
Well, you have to tell me how Hassan Martin is going to be physically. I know that they're looking to get him back this week. I'm concerned about his ability to play the entire season with a thigh injury. Those things can reoccur. They need to make sure he's 100%, and they really need him for the stretch drive. That said, the A-10 is down a little bit this year. Rhode Island can definitely be the best team in the league, and maybe that's what they need to be to make the NCAAs.
I haven't looked in a couple days, but last time I looked at Joe Lenardi's bracketology, URI is at like an 11 or so. So if how many conference wins do they need, do you think, to get in comfortably without sweating it out at the A-10 tournament?
Comfortably? 14?
14 of 18.
14-4 is really difficult. I think I can put them down for 12 right now, and that'll get them on the bubble. It's who those 12 are against, and anything over 12 is gravy. But their schedule is pretty good. They have Dayton twice. VCU is at home. Davidson comes in. If they can protect their home court, which I really think they can do at the Ryan Center, I think they're going to be okay.
All right, and is it going to be up to E.C. Matthews if Hassan isn't at full strength, or Terrell, or what do you see in terms of production?
I think Cyril Langevin is a monster player if Hassan Martin isn't playing at 100% for a long stretch, because it's just size. The teams that they'll face in the A-10 now will have some big guys who can play every single night. And Hassan is potentially the best big guy in the entire league. Yeah, he is a force to be reckoned with. All right, let's switch gears to the Patriots bye week. They'll play next Saturday against either Houston, Oakland, or Miami, all cupcakes. Any reason to believe that they won't at least advance to the AFC Championship and probably get to Houston? There's no reason to believe they're going to lose their divisional game. I do think the AFC Championship game with either Pittsburgh, who I think it's going to be Pittsburgh, and Kansas City, those are real games. They definitely can stub their toe on those 2 games. But, Yanni, get your hat. I think you're going to Houston. What am I wearing a hat for? Texas. Oh, cowboy hat. Cowboy hat. All right, everything down there is NASA related too. You get a lot of Houston where we have a problem jokes. All right, lastly, in totality, 14-2, undefeated on the road, 11-1 with Brady, 3-1 without him. How impressed are you by this season? Yeah, excellent question. I'm very impressed. First of all, by 2 things. That Tom Brady's only lost 1 game. That Tom Brady's only thrown 2 interceptions, which set a record. I mean, that's really impressive. And 8-0, I don't care what the schedule is, soft teams, bad quarterbacks. 8-0 on the road is extremely impressive. Only been done one other time in Patriot history, the undefeated season. Is Tom Brady your MVP? He's not. I think Matt Ryan is my MVP. Roger Goodell cost Tom Brady the MVP award. You think a lot. I mean, you're a guy who votes for awards. Do you think your brethren, and you don't vote for the NFL MVP, I do not. Do you, will kind of hurt Brady because he didn't play in all 16? Absolutely, and I think that's legit. If it was an injury, And obviously it wasn't. I think it would be held against him, and obviously there's no reason a suspension shouldn't be held against him either. Because the competition is someone who played 16 games and had great stats. Matt Ryan had a great year.
My one rebuttal to that is Tom Brady had as many wins as Matt Ryan in 4 fewer games. We'll see. I don't think Brady gets it either.
AFC versus NFC.
That's true. The NFC playoffs should be fun. A lot
really
of good teams.
A lot of good games.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much for joining us. You can read him in the Providence Journal at projo.com and follow him at Twitter, KMcNamara33.
Kevin McNamara, 33.
Kevin McNamara, 33. All right, Kevin, thanks so much for joining us. Much more from the show coming up right after this.